Hi, I'm Dave Peck here for another Port Adelaide review. Port Adelaide defeat Geelong. That's right, this isn't a dream. This isn't some form of typo that was on the screen. This wasn't an old game from 5 years ago. No, we beat Geelong, 95 points, 13 goals, 17. We'll get to that. Geelong, 65 points. It was 10 goals, 5. Now, I wasn't able to go to the game because I had prior commitments that I booked months before. So I was unable to see the game. I followed the game, well, not really followed it. I checked the score before the siren and surprisingly we won. I watched the game this morning just to get a bit of a feel for it so I can do this review. So, where do we start with this? Where do we start? We had 30 scoring shots. Thereabouts. What is this team? How do we perform so bad and lose to West Coast and North Melbourne, but then we beat a team like Geelong who've beaten other teams, the Crows and the rest? And don't give me this fact that a couple of the Geelong players got injured during the game, because we could talk about injuries. We can talk about the fact that we have no Radhi Galea, we have no Mr. Glass in Lukosius, Sam Powell-Pepper, still a couple of weeks away. We haven't had him for over 12 months with that ACL. Connor Rosie, our captain, we haven't had him. Josh Sin, somewhat a B grader, but still starting 22-ish. So we had our injuries. And we hadn't really been playing good up to maybe Hawthorn last week was probably the best game we played all year until, of course, yesterday, the Anzac Day. Special tribute to all those Anzacs that have served us. Durden stood there with his medals from his great-grandfather, I believe it was. But what was the positives of that game? Well, I thought we were going to lose. I did. Geelong beat teams like Bulldogs, Crows. We lost to West Coast, North, like I mentioned. But we absolutely smashed them in the middle. We won that centre ball. Unbelievable. Our inside 50s, I don't know what they were. I think they were something like, oh, here we go, inside 50s. 58 inside 50s we had. Geelong, 35 inside 50s. Now, Jeremy Cameron, fantastic player. Fantastic. Top 10 player, I believe, in the league. Top 5 goal kicker in the league. But he didn't get much of the ball, so he couldn't do much damage. But there was a couple of shots, he did some great goals outside 50. We should have smashed Geelong. We should have destroyed them. There's things that we're doing better that I said in my videos a couple of weeks ago, like our tackling was piss weak. And our tacklings were a lot better this week. But still, our ball efficiency is not AFL standard. So many times we burn the ball over with our handballs, kicking efficiency. We need to work on that. We need to work on our kicking efficiency to each other when moving the ball forward. We moved the ball pretty quick. We moved the ball, but then there were some fumbles because we overcooked it. It became too much of it, especially when you're trying to handball or kick it to a B grade Port player. Inside 50s, Georgiades, he controlled that inside 50s. He was able to run off his opponent, mark the ball. But like last week, Georgiades' weakness is, it's not his leading, it's not his mark contest, it's his sets on goals. Which one are you, Georgiades? This one, this guy here, right? His sets on goals need some work. He kicked 4 goals. I don't know how many behinds he kicked. I lost count after 7. And there were some goals like he should have kicked. But then there was a couple he kicked from the boundary outside 50 that he somehow scored those. Like, we need some more consistency with you, Georgiades. I said it last week. I've said it before. Don't worry about golf. Don't worry about swinging your club. Worry about kicking the ball, because it's games that we could lose, like last week, because of your kicking efficiency. We're lucky that we dominated that inside 50s and gave you and the other forwards some opportunities. But we don't get that every week. Geelong had a flat game. So Georgiades, you need to be kicking more goals than you are behinds. Can you at least achieve that? I remember when I met you at the start of the season and I asked you, how many goals are you going to kick this season? You know what he said to me? Do you remember what he said? 60 goals at least. 60 goals. Well, start kicking 60 goals. Start kicking those 60 goals and not behinds, because we could be in so much better position if your kicking efficiency was better. Durden, he did well, kicked a couple of goals. I think he was a great pickup. Small forward after losing Rioli. But where does it come down to? Butters, of course, consistency. We don't need to talk about how good Butters is. He does it every week. This man here. What a game. Jason Horne-Francis. What a game. What a game. He is a machine. He is a fantastic, I don't know how many possessions he got, like, what, 35 possessions or something? He won the Anzac medal, deservedly. He's a great midfielder, great forward inside 50, shot for goals, great in efficiency and kicking the kick. He is the ultimate package. I would say, give it a couple of years, and this man here will overtake Butters, despite Butters playing for us or not. This is the player to watch about. He is what a number one pick is. He's been playing small forward, so there's been people like, oh, Dacos is a better player. Yes, okay, I would say Dacos is a better player, because Dacos can change a game off his own boot, and he doesn't really have much support. But Jason would definitely be a top 5 in that draft. And yes, deservedly a number one pick, because he's got the whole package. He is the package. He's the ultimate package. Now, there are other number one picks who play for other teams, who we shall not mention, who get a lot of the ball, a lot of disposables, run off it, but really, they don't get tagged much. And they might kick one goal every, I don't know, Haley's Comet, 5-10 games or so. But if I was to look at a number one draft pick, it's Jason. Jason, like I said, and I'll say it again, great inside 50, great with the disposable, contested possessions, his tackling, his shots for goals, he's a goal kicker. Other number one picks aren't goal kickers. He does it all. And he's quite young. He's still quite young. Now, there's other players, like who I mention every week, but they're really not worth my time. Darcy Byrne-Jones, just stay halfback flank, mate. Stay on the halfback flank. It's easy football for you. How many times do I have to say to this team, if Burgoyne's got a player on him, don't kick it to him. Burgoyne is skinitsu. He's skinny. He needs to put on some meat. He is at a disadvantage when he's got players on him. He can't really be a hard enough player to win contested possessions. He's good on the wing. He's good at half forward, on his own, if he's got the whole 50 to himself. Unless you put on some meat, you can go to the next level, Burgoyne. I don't know what else to say. It was a great game. It was a game we didn't think we were going to win, but we won, and I'll take the win. We've got the Crows next week. It's the showdown. And we've got some momentum, which is good. Hawthorn, now Geelong. So let's bring that momentum into the showdown. And let's see if we can get a win against the biggest pretenders in the AFL, the Adelaide Crows. If you were going to ask me, I would say, well, we have to tip the Crows. We have to. The Crows are a more consistent team than us. We don't have that consistency. If we were more consistent, but we're not. We're just up and down. Maybe we're still trying to find ourselves. Maybe Josh Carr's still trying to find this team. He's trying to move the chess pieces around. Anyway, one thing I want from the Crows game if there's one thing, Georgiades is to kick goals, not behinds. Until then, I'll see you in my next video. Ciao. Oh, one more thing. To celebrate this win, I'm going to open a pack of AFL cards. There you go. Sealed AFL cards. Let's see who we actually get. I might just have to move some of you guys. Oh, Jason, you're worthy to be here. Butters is worthy. Let's just take these two to the side. Let's move this around, and we're going to cut this packet. Not the cards, cut the packet. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get here. I don't usually do card openings, but it's a special occasion. It's a good occasion. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's see who we get. Let's see if we get so many Port players. The Magic Man, Bobby Hill. Gimby. Sydney player. Don't know her. Aaliyah. Oh, there you go. Oh, I took Aaliyah off. Let's put you back on, mate. There you go, Aaliyah. Milestone game, Isaac Rankin. Anyone want this? 100 games, Isaac Rankin. He's a good player. Carl Amon, Judas. Oh, best for last. There he is, the man himself. Zach Butters. There we go. Well, that's it. Sorry it's a bit longer than usual. But how often do we beat a team like Geelong, last year's grand finalists? This time, ciao.